Breaking at 6, a pandemic plea from both the mayor and the governor. The serious warning they're issuing as coronavirus cases continue to rise, and long-term effects, how one woman's recovery continues long after she beat the virus at 6.
Stay at home unless you must go out for essential reasons.
Right now at 6, tough warnings from top leaders tonight, and Governor Pritzker threatens the stay-at-home advisory may become an order.
But will people listen? We have strong reaction on both sides.
And a surprising new symptom that could come long after a person recovers from the coronavirus. The news at 6 starts now.
Good evening. I'm Rob Stafford.
And I'm Allison Rosati. Mayor Lori Lightfoot has had enough. She's issued a stay-at-home advisory, and Governor J.B. Pritzker agrees. Now, this comes on another record-breaking day for the coronavirus. Illinois had 12,702 new cases. Governor Pritzker says it is day-to-day whether he issues an executive stay-at-home order.
Tough numbers. We have team coverage for you on the advisory and reaction. Let's begin with political reporter Ann Ahern. Ann.
Rob, good evening. The governor and the mayor have been warning the public for days. Today, though, the mayor issued new rules on how many can gather, and the governor says he has very few options left, except for that stay-at-home order.
We have to be serious about this.
The new advisory for those who live in the city of Chicago starts at 6 a.m. Monday. Mayor Lightfoot says you should leave your home only for work, school, medical appointments, groceries, takeout food, or pharmacy. She wants you to avoid non-essential or out-of-state travel. And the city is limiting social gatherings to 10 people. That includes weddings, funerals, and birthday parties.
I am more worried about COVID right now than I have been at any point since March.
The state is also advising residents to stay home for the next 3 weeks. But Governor Pritzker might issue an executive order. He is watching the disturbing trends.
It is absolutely possible and certainly likely, if the numbers keep going in the wrong direction, that we may have to take more stringent action.
Criticism tonight to the mayor, who singled out parties at some Chicago hotels. The Hotel and Lodging Association says it is disappointed by her remarks and, quote, hotels have far exceeded the guidelines that the city of Chicago set in place. Compared to 1 month ago, in Chicago, there are 3 times as many people in the hospital, 3 times as many people in ICU beds, 3 times as many people on ventilators.
Please follow the rules.
The numbers don't lie. If things don't take a turn in the coming days, we will quickly reach the point when some form of a mandatory stay-at-home order is all that will be left.
Outdoor dining will continue for now. The new Chicago advisory, in effect for at least 30 days, also requires Chicago businesses to close at 11 p.m. Reporting live, Ann Ahern, NBC 5 News. Rob?
Some strong pleas today from the mayor and Dr. Arwady. Thanks, Ann.
And as you can imagine tonight, there's plenty of reaction to all this. Regina Waldroup live in Streeterville with more on that. Regina.
Well, Rob, a lot of Chicagoans are talking about these new restrictions. Some of them told me, yes, they're needed, they will be following them. But others say, hey, they're a bit too much, especially when it comes to changing their plans for Thanksgiving. Matt Wolk says he'll do whatever's needed to help get the coronavirus under control.
We all got to make sacrifices. That's what it's all about.
This year, Wolk plans to spend Thanksgiving alone instead of with his family.
I'm calling my family today, and I'm letting them know, you know what, it's not in the cards this year. Maybe next year everyone will get together. Maybe there will be a vaccine by then.
With the rapid rise of the virus, Chicago's mayor now urging people to cancel their normal plans for the holiday, stay at home, say no to guests.
The mayor has made pretty clear that it's not, whatever we're doing right now isn't working, so we have to try something else.
Helen says she'll do her part and keep her bubble small.
We're going to stay at our house, just the 2 of us. I think that's the only thing we can do with these rules. Our kids are all out of state, so they can't come here, and they're safer staying where they are.
Gloria Swanson says she understands why the mayor made the new recommendations, but she won't be changing her Thanksgiving plans to celebrate with about 20 family members.
Either that or I'll be sitting in the psychiatrist's office if I can't be with my family. So some of it is just common sense.
Matthew Hamill says he does not agree with the new restrictions, but he understands why they're needed.
I think it's a little overboard. I know that we're definitely seeing an uptick in corona cases, but I mean, families. I think if everyone's being safe and kind of quarantining within their own households, as long as you kind of stay within your own bubble, you should be fine.
A lot of different opinions there, as you can see. And as for Matthew, he says his family will be with his parents for Thanksgiving. Now back to you.
Thanks, Regina. Cook County Sheriff Tom Dart is worried about the current surge of coronavirus, that it will lead to more cases at the county jail. The jail garnered national attention earlier this year when 7 inmates died and hundreds tested positive for coronavirus. The sheriff says if the outbreak is not under control in the community, that will also be the case inside the jail.
There isn't this wild spread going on in the jail. No, quite the contrary. COVID is spreading. It will impact us negatively. There's no two ways about it.
Today, Sheriff Dart also applauded jail staff for their heroic job of fighting the virus.
And this is troubling. The effects of the virus can last long after a person is no longer contagious. Doctors are still trying to understand that disease, but they have seen patients with lasting respiratory and heart issues as well. Stress may also play a role in this. NBC5's Chris Coffey has that part of the story.
Pam Bachman of St. Charles says a week after recovering from the coronavirus, she noticed her hair was starting to fall out.
Even the texture of my hair changed. So it continued until from June till maybe 2 weeks ago that it just kept falling out. I finally saw a dermatologist and they said it was the stress of the virus and the stress that it put on my body.
She says it's been a journey to get stronger every day.
You know, walking again and eating, and, you know, there is some, I don't want to say memory loss, but just memory fog, which is also improving now.
Dr. Philip Cozy of Elmhurst Memorial Hospital says some who beat the virus may experience lingering effects, such as shortness of breath, chronic fatigue, cough, brain fog, or depressive states.
Most people can expect full recovery without any long-term sequelae. The more ill patients who have more impressive syndrome are usually those who suffer from the long-term side effect, although even people with mild symptoms can experience a lingering cough and fatigue state.
And with the surge in recent cases, doctors say it is extremely important to wear a mask and social distance.
There still has to be marked vigilance with the social distancing, and that large groups should be avoided altogether.
And Bachman says by sharing her story, she hopes people take the precautions seriously.
I'm just pleading with people to realize this is not a joke.
Chris Coffey, NBC5 News.
Important advice there from those who've been through it. Our thanks to Chris Coffey. All right, Brant Miller, another beautiful, sunny but chilly day. Hoping for a little bit more of this.
And a little bit of rain, Allison, headed toward us. Temperatures right now in the 40s, and there's the rain being detected on Live Doppler 5. Look how it just kind of creeps up and then just kind of fades away. Dry air, and this is a loft. Model's a little more aggressive, but expect later in the evening some light rain showers pushing across the area. There's 8 o'clock out south and west. We'll begin to see the rain first, and then it moves away. What lies ahead tomorrow and into the weekend? I will share that forecast coming up. Rob, Allison, back to you.
Thank you, Brant.
So ahead, there's a manhunt tonight for the driver in a deadly hit and run in Lake Forest. Plus,
justice for Vanessa. Justice for Vanessa. Justice for Vanessa.
Praying for justice, friends and family of a murdered young woman stand together begging for the killer to come forward.
in trouble in Toyland, a consumer watchdog releases its annual list of dangerous toys.